In this lesson, we are going to look at how to solve quadratic inequalities. And let's start with an example here. Number one is going to be x squared minus x minus 12 is greater than 0. So how do we do this one? Step one, just write it as an equation is equals to 0. Then we are going to solve it. So we can this one we can do by factoring. So we do x minus 4, x plus 3 is equals to 0. So we get x is equals to minus 3 and 4. And once we get that, we just need to make a number line here. Let's make a number line here. And then we're going to put negative 3 and 4. And then I'm going to divide this into 3 regions, A, B, C. And I need a number in region A. And in region A, I could use negative 4. Just a number in region A. So I'm going to test it into the original inequality. So negative 4 squared minus negative 4 and then minus 12, and this one I'm going to test whether it's greater than 0. And I can see this is 16 plus, so this is 16 minus 4, 16 plus 4, 20. So is this true? And I see this is more than 0, so I'm going to put t there, and I can put t right there because that's true. And then let's pick another number. We're going to pick another number in between. A convenient one in region B is 0. So I plug in 0. So 0 minus 0, negative 12. Is that greater than 0? And that is false. So false. So that's, I'm going to write that as false. So the answer cannot be there. And then in region C, I'm going to pick 5. So this is going to be 5 squared minus 5 minus 12, and I check, is that greater than 0? 25, 17, so that's true. So this is, I'll put t here, and so my answer is in this region, whatever region is true. So my answer is right there. Remember, those numbers are not going to be included, but it's going to be right there and in that region. So that means x, my answer is going to be x is less than negative 3, or x is greater than 4. So that's my solution right there. Another example, and our next example here is going to be x squared. So this is number 2. So x squared minus 6x plus 10 is less than 5. So step 1, let's relate it to the quadratic equation. 6x, by bringing 0 to one side, by bringing the 5 to the other side. So this is, I subtract 5 plus 5 less than 0. And then we are going to use factoring. So we need two numbers we can factor to get, we need two numbers we can factor. So x minus, two numbers we can multiply to get 5. So x minus 1. So we get x is equals to 1 and 5. And now we're going to make a number line and we do our testing. So here we have 1, 5. I'll call this my region A, B, and C. So in my region A, I'm going to use 0. So I'm going to use 0. So I plug 0 into the original equation. So 0 squared minus 6 times 0, which is 0, plus 10. Is that less than 5? And the answer here, so this is 0, 10 is no less than 5, so that's false. So I'm going to put false for that region. The next region B, I'm going to use 2, and when I plug 2 into the equation, minus 6 times 2 and plus 10, so plus 10 is less than 5, and this is 4 minus 6 negative 2 is that less than 5, and that's going to be true because this is minus 12, so this is going to be true. And the next one, in region, the next region, I'm going to test 6. So and I have 6 squared minus 36 plus 5, is that less than 0? And I see this is not 36, 5 is not less than 0, so this is false. And what does that mean? My answer is going to be between 1, so remember it's less than, so these numbers are not going to be included, and it tells me the region in the middle is where my solution is, so that means my answer is x less than 5 and greater than 1. So that is the answer. Okay, let's do one more. So here we have 25 x squared plus 10x and plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. So here we are going to factor this one out. We can use box method. So we can use box method here. We can use box method. So we're going to use box method here. So here we have 25x squared, and this is 1. So two numbers we can multiply to get 25, we add them, we get 10, so it's going to be 5x, and here 5x is common, 5x is common, so this is 1, and 1 is common here, so we get 5x plus 1 squared is equal to 0. What does that mean? 5x is equal to negative 1 and x is equal to negative 1 over 5. Okay, so here we get one solution, and we could do testing here. So this is negative 1 over 5, and remember this could be included, and since it is only one number and that number is included because it is less than or equal to, so the answer is going to be negative 1/5. And you can test the other regions. You'll see that it's going to be false here, it's going to be false here. The only place is going to be true is within that region. And that's how to solve quadratic equations.